Dax, the hammer Malone's fist detonates with the force of a grenade, crimson splattering as Tommy collapses onto the neon-lit cage floor, the underground fight club beneath the city warehouse staggering in shock. Tommy's knees tremble as he grips his jaw, his eyes wide with disbelief, his aspirations shattered by the predetermined match. Rex, the dubious promoter, wears a sly grin. Keep the trash where it belongs, kid. His harsh laughter reverberated, wagering gains guaranteed, invulnerable in his illuminated sanctuary. The crowd, a mix of fighters and bettors, hisses and shifts uneasily, their eyes darting with trepidation, fear constricting their voices, while a weathered bettor winces in silence. Jason Statham leans against a weathered pillar, his expression inscrutable, muscles coiled, a quiet tempest gathering within. Rex delivers a sharp kick to Tommy's ribs, his voice dripping with disdain. "Crawl away, loser!" The audience inhaling sharply, the techno pulsating with the rhythm of a heartbeat. Statham advances, his fists clenching, a low growl cutting through the tumult. The time has come to end this, Rex. The atmosphere changes, chains clinking, smoke dancing, Rex's grin wavering as Statham's gaze fixes, a flicker of fear crossing the promoter's expression. Fury ignites with the intensity of a wildfire, the cage a volatile powder keg poised to explode. Would you confront a deceiver like Rex? Share your thoughts below before Statham unleashes chaos. Before we move forward, be sure to like and subscribe to witness Jason Statham's thrilling showdown with the MMA fighter. And let us know where you're tuning in from today. The underground fight club, bathed in neon light beneath the city warehouse, erupted into chaos. Fighters wrapped their fists in tape, blood soaking the mats, while bettors jostled for a glimpse, their voices drowned out by the relentless pulse of techno music. Strobes flickered unpredictably, the air thick with the acrid scent of sweat. Chains clanked ominously as combatants fixed their steely gazes on their unscrupulous master. The warehouse transformed into a furnace of avarice and determination, drawing in spectators with the promise of an impending tempest. Jason Statham, a battle-hardened warrior, navigated the throng with precision, his Muay Thai-trained physique unwavering, gaze sharpened by years of deciphering adversaries as if they were transparent narratives. His silent power, a weapon cloaked in darkness, remained unrecognized by the boisterous crowd. His vow, ignited by a thirst for justice, to obliterate deceit burns like a hidden flame beneath his composed exterior. Every step a quiet promise in the glow of neon lights. His gaze fixed like a predator's on the club's shadowy core. Rex, the dubious promoter, paraded with gold chains shimmering, his barked commands slicing through the air. I create champions, not losers. Manipulating matches for financial gain, his hubris accumulated a stifled championship clash long past, each orchestrated contest a bomb for his concealed disgrace, his grin a regal emblem in his luminous realm. Tommy, a determined young fighter, hovered in the shadows, his taped fists quivering with anticipation. His dream of rescuing his sister from the clutches of debt rested on a match he was unaware had been set up for Dax, the hammer Malone, to sabotage. Sal, a weathered gambler, observed Tommy, his rough voice low and intense. That child possesses an undeniable spark, a true gem amidst the filth. His loyalty wavered, eyes darting as Rex placed a betting slip, a quiet harbinger of disaster. The tumult of the crowd a ticking time bomb beneath the strobe's unpredictable rhythm. Fighters exchanged barbs, gamblers shouted odds, their avarice a poison that empowered Rex's dominance. As Statham assessed Dax, his fists tightening, a quiet promise to dismantle the deception. Tommy's shaking hands, Sal's clenched determination, and Rex's shining chains created a volatile scene where Statham's fists would spark a confrontation unlike any found in a gym or alley. The atmosphere in the warehouse crackled with intensity, the crowd's shouts swelling like a powerful wave, fighters' glares fixated on Rex's flicker amidst the neon glow, each heartbeat a prelude to a story ready to ignite. Rex's ego erupted with the intensity of a volcano, yet the club's strobe lights revealed an undeniable truth. Justice hovered like a sharpened blade, ready to sever his empire, captivating listeners with a narrative where Statham's presence overshadowed Rex's luminous reign. The atmosphere was charged with the anticipation of a confrontation that would transform the essence of the Fight Club, crafting authenticity from the remnants of betrayal. The underground Fight Club, bathed in neon light beneath the city warehouse, erupted with energy as Rex's taunts cut through the air, mocking Tommy's quivering stance with a sharpness that stung. "You lack the spirit of a warrior, little one," he sneered, gesturing to Dax, the Hammer Malone, ready to assert his dominance. His gold chains shimmering beneath the strobe lights that cut through the air. Bettors brandished their cash, laughter mingling with jeers, while fighters stood resolute, their fists clenched tight, the air thick with low growls of anticipation. The crowd's shouts reverberated off the blood-stained mats, drawing in listeners with the promise of an impending storm. Tommy, fists wrapped tightly, stood resolute, blood seeping from an earlier blow. His gaze ignited with determination, his aspiration to rescue his sister from financial ruin bruised yet unyielding in the vibrant glow of the cage. Jason Statham, his Muay Thai-honed frame a silent blade, advanced with purpose, his growl resonating like a thunderclap. "Play fair, Rex, or I'll shatter your game." His defiance pierced the air, the warehouse's techno wavering, the crowd's jeers fading as Rex's cackle sliced through, sharp and venomous. "Stay out, washed-up nobody," he spat, his arrogance a searing blaze, confident in his crooked empire. As the bettors' chants crescendoed, "Bury the punk!" fighters shifted, their glares deepening, a wave of uncertainty fracturing Rex's grip, distinct from the hissing jeers that had ensnared them moments earlier. The air charged with a palpable tension, crackling with defiance. Rex's fury surged, flinging a crumpled stack of bills at Tommy's feet. His contempt sharp as a blade, mere trifles for an insignificant wretch. The crowd erupted, fists pounding, voices rising in a fervent chant. "Bury the punk!" Their avarice surged like a toxic wave, as warriors whispered, "He's corrupt," their fall igniting a flicker in the rhythm of the strobe. Dax, his muscles taut and defined, towered over Tommy, delivering a swift elbow to his ribs, the sound resonating as Tommy faltered, blood seeping from his chin, his resolute gaze piercing through the agony, a wordless appeal that captivated the hearts of those who watched. Statham's jaw tightened, his fists clenched, a flicker of hesitation crossing his sharp eyes as he considered the turmoil of revealing Rex's scam at this moment. The crowd's jeers rising like a mocking tide, the warehouse's mats heavy with the scent of sweat and betrayal. Statham maintained his poise, his quietude a tightly wound tension, his eyes fixed on Rex's bravado like a hunter tracking its prey. The crowd's roars a ceaseless tempest, yet markedly different from the earlier sibilant sounds that had bolstered Rex's dominance. Sal, the weathered gambler, leaned in, his rough whisper cutting through the air. "Kids have guts, Rex's dirt." His allegiance to Tommy a smoldering ember, binding him to the flinching bettor who had witnessed the crooked blow connect. The tension surged like molten lava, the crowd's shouts a crescendo, whispers among the fighters swelling, their glares at Rex igniting a burgeoning insurrection. Statham's unwavering presence, untouched by the surrounding turmoil, served as a guiding light, his quiet strength resonating more profoundly than Rex's jeers. The warehouse's flashing lights pierced the atmosphere, heralding a forthcoming reckoning, captivating all with a confrontation that blazed more intensely than the vibrant neon. The cage transformed into a forge where Statham's fury would dismantle Rex's dominion, crafting a reckoning that would reverberate through the very essence of the club's illuminated spirit. Rex's rage set ablaze the vibrant, neon-lit underground Fight Club, his snarl a sharp whip as he thrust Tommy against the cage. "You are my little marionette." He let out a thunderous roar, Dax, the Hammer Malone, circling like a vulture, his fists poised to deliver a devastating blow. The crowd erupted, scoffing and waving crumpled bills, fighters chanting Statham's name, their roars shaking the blood-stained mats of the warehouse, smoke choking the air, and snaring listeners with a storm poised to break. Tommy, teeth clenched, eyes aflame with determination, evaded a vicious elbow from Dax, his wrapped fists quaking yet resolute. His aspiration to rescue his sister a flame Rex could never extinguish. the neon lights searing his vision as the cage's chains creaked amidst the turmoil. Jason Statham emerged into the vibrant neon haze, his voice cutting through the air like a blade. "Step off, Rex, or I'll snap your scam." The crowd fell silent, whispers of speculation rippling through the onlookers. What's his story? With narrowed eyes, the fighters exchanged hushed words, acknowledging that he was no pushover, their defiance igniting a spark in the electric haze of the warehouse. Rex's smirk widened, his gold chains shimmering as he commanded Dax, "Take that loser down now." His command echoed like a thunderclap, the crowd erupting in a roar, fighters striking the cage, their chants swelling like a rising tide. A stark contrast to the jeers aimed at Barry the punk that had once fueled Rex's reign just moments before. Tommy staggered, his breath coming in ragged gasps. Yet his blazing eyes remained resolute, a silent promise that captivated the hearts of those who listened, the strobe light cutting through the air with palpable tension. Statham's fists tightened, his Muay Thai-trained physique a taut spring, pausing to reveal Rex's betting scheme. His sharp gaze sweeping through the turmoil, the crowd's attention fixed on him as if he were the center of a spotlight. Sal, the weathered gambler, leaned in, his rough voice low and intense. "Statham is the genuine article, while Rex has reached his conclusion." His loyalty to Tommy burned like a fire, binding him to the one who had witnessed Dax's rigged punch land with a wince. The tension ignited fiercely, a warrior roaring, "Bring it, Statham." His voice cut through the faltering rhythm of the techno, others rallying, bringing him down. Their skepticism transformed into backing, a dramatic change from the mocking taunts and tight fists of the first encounter. The atmosphere in the warehouse thick with tension, poised to erupt. Rex's eyes flickered with urgency, his command to Dax a fervent growl, "Finish him." As the crowd surged, bettors gripping their wagers, fighters pummeling fists against the cage. Their whispers transformed into a defiant roar, a stark contrast to the hissing silence that enveloped the club at Tommy's fall. Statham's hesitation flickered, his jaw clenched, measuring the moment to act. His silence resonating more than Rex's taunts, the neon searing the eyes as smoke suffocated the air, the chains of the cage creaking like a beast roused from slumber. The crowd's chants rose, a rallying cry for the fighter, "Statham's got this." Resonating with Sal's unwavering belief, their backing surged like a powerful tide, rattling Rex's vibrant realm, captivating audiences with a confrontation on the brink of explosion. The warehouse trembled, the atmosphere charged with tension. Tommy's resolute posture a pulse amid the chaos, Statham's intense stare a promise to dismantle Rex's dominion. The Fight Club a forge where justice roared like a tidal wave, poised to create a new beginning from the remnants of Rex's treachery, captivating audiences with a tale that blazed more fiercely than the flashing lights. The underground Fight Club, bathed in neon light beneath the city warehouse, came alive as Jason Statham leaped into the cage, his Muay Thai-trained physique cutting through the turmoil. He stood ready to confront Dax, the Hammer Malone, in a fierce contest of unrefined skill, with strobe lights piercing the darkness and the mats trembling beneath their feet. The crowd erupted, fighters striking the cage with ferocity, bettors gripping their wagers tightly, the techno pulsating like a battle cry, captivating all with a confrontation that ignited like a supernova. Dax surged forward, his powerful punches unleashing a tempest, yet Statham's elbows cut through the air with precision, a low kick crashing into Dax's knee, sending it buckling with a resounding crack that reverberated throughout the warehouse. Fighters drew in sharp breaths. He truly is a beast. Fists pounded against the cage, a cacophony of desperation as bettors cried out, "We're losing it all." Their crumpled bills fluttered in the air, a palpable mix of panic and awe enveloping the scene, starkly contrasting with the earlier chants of "Take him down" that had ignited the tension moments prior. Rex's eyes grew wide, his gold chains shimmering as he exclaimed, "Do something, Hammer!" His voice erupted in a panicked shriek, his dubious empire on the brink as Statham's strikes unleashed, a clenched knee slamming into Dax's ribs, an elbow combo skimming his jaw, each blow resonating like a thunderbolt. Dax gasped for air, his breaths uneven and labored, beads of sweat cascading down his brow. his imposing figure seeming to diminish as the weight of his predicament settled in. His fists swung wildly, a frantic dance of desperation as he grappled with the reality of his situation. Tommy rose from the mat, fists clenched, eyes ablaze with a fierce determination that echoed Statham's intensity. His once dim dream rekindled, a silent promise that captivated the hearts of those who listened. The crowd swelled, voices rising in unison. Hammers finished. Their voices surged like a tidal wave, bettors lamenting, "Our wagers are in ruins." As their avarice disintegrated, the warehouse pulsated with strobe lights, the air thick with intensity, the mat soaked in sweat and blood, a furnace where justice ignited. Statham's assault reached its zenith, his spinning elbow a celestial body, colliding with Dax's jaw in a devastating blow that sent him crashing to the mat. The cage trembling as the crowd erupted, Hammer's defeat sealed. Their roars reverberated through the neon-lit heart of the warehouse's cell. The seasoned bettor surged ahead, his voice booming like thunder. "He's the king, Rex is finished." His loyalty to Tommy burned like a fire, binding him to the wincing bettor who had witnessed the rigged punch land. Fighters pounded the cage, while bettors clutched their slips in despair, their shouts creating a chaotic symphony, distinct from the jeers of "Bury the punk" or the murmurs of "Bring it Statham" that had ignited the clash. Statham's gaze, sharp and unwavering, fixed on Rex, his snarl cutting through the air like a blade. "Your Khan's dead, Rex." He tore Tommy's pilfered purse from Rex's jacket, raising it aloft, the crowd gasping like a thunderclap, fighters roaring, "Scam's over." With fists clenched and breaths held, the bettors exclaimed, "He's got proof." The truth erupted with the force of a supernova, Rex's empire collapsing in a blinding neon blaze. He staggered, his confident smirk obliterated, his voice reduced to a choked whimper. "It's not what it looks." Amidst the cacophony of the crowd, the fighters surged ahead, their defiance a brilliant flame, starkly contrasting with the hissing silence that accompanied Tommy's downfall and the escalating chants that had rallied behind Statham. Tommy, his eyes ablaze, stood with renewed stature, his fists clenched in a promise to persevere, the purse a testament to his revived aspiration, captivating his audience with a triumph born of determination. Statham's strikes, low kicks, clenched knees, and elbows had forged a route through Dax's engineered strength, each impact a testament to his refined expertise. The warehouse's mats trembling, the air thick with the scent of sweat and the rhythm of retribution. The crowd's chants crescendoed, a warrior's call, Statham's invincibility, mirroring Sal's unwavering belief. Their backing surged like a relentless tide, overwhelming Rex's dominion, the vibrant glow searing the vision as the enclosure transformed into a renewed arena of conflict. The narration surged with intensity, truth bursting forth like a celestial explosion, Rex's empire disintegrating into dust, each blow igniting a tempest, captivating the audience with a climax that shone more brilliantly than the flashing lights. Tommy's ascendant figure a symbol of hope, Statham's relentless fury a battle cry that vowed to carve integrity from the ruins of falsehood, ensnaring viewers in a tale that would resonate through the vibrant heart of the Fight Club. The warehouse stood as a crucible, where justice burned fiercely, poised to spark once more. The first light of day breaks upon the horizon. Rex leaned heavily against the cage, the gold chains around his neck losing their luster beneath the flickering neon lights of the underground Fight Club. His voice, a fractured whisper, conveyed the stark reality. It was merely business. Shame consumed his arrogance, his empire reduced to ashes as the crowd whispered, fighters lifting their fists in defiance, bettors retreating, their greed snuffed out. The mats of the warehouse throbbed with triumph, the strobe lights dimming to glowing remnants, captivating the audience with a justice that surged like an unstoppable tide. Jason Statham, his Muay Thai-honed frame steady, stepped back, calm as stone, devoid of gloating in his piercing gaze. His silence stood as a testament to strength, allowing Tommy to rise, chest heaving, eyes ablaze with triumph. With blood wiped from his jaw, Tommy's determination radiated, his aspiration to rescue his sister reignited. a fervor that captivated the audience, the techno fading into a triumphant melody. Sal, the weathered gambler, clasped Tommy's shoulder, his voice resonating with the weight of a cinematic epic. "You possess a resilience that rivals the strongest of metals, young one." His hard-earned respect ignited the crowd's consensus, with fighters roaring, "We're free!" With fists pounding the air and murmurs of discontent. "It's clear. Rex is toast." As they moved toward the exits, their voices contrasted sharply with the sound of hammers being crushed. The thunderous clash echoed, a symphony of defiance unlike the jeers and chants that had once bolstered Rex's rule. The crowd surged, a collective force resonating with Tommy's resolve, as fighters pledged to create a new, authentic fight club, a beacon of fairness emerging from the warehouse's neon glow, distinct from any gym's camaraderie or street's gathering, captivating all with a victory that ignited an everlasting flame. Statham slipped away silently, his boots resonating on the blood-soaked mats, departing the cage without uttering a single word. His deeds more powerful than any jeer, a giant whose fists had transformed the very essence of the club. The audience stood in rapt attention, captivated, as the warriors rallied, chanting, "No more scams!" Their promise, a solemn vow to reconstruct, the whispers of gamblers dwindling into quietude, set apart from the tumult of Dax's demise or the surging backing for Statham's stance. Tommy's fiery gaze fixated on Statham's vanishing silhouette. His triumph ignited the warehouse, the atmosphere thrumming with the rhythm of victory, the strobes a subtle flicker of hope. Sal's nod, a quiet acknowledgement, connected to his fierce loyalty for Tommy, the crowd's consensus pulsing like a heartbeat in the revitalized heart of the Fight Club, captivating spectators with a determination that burned bright like a supernova. The tale ignited with fervor, justice surging like an unstoppable tide, Rex's dominion crumbling to dust beneath Statham's relentless fury. The subterranean venue, its restraints hushed, its neon light dimming, emerged as a reborn refuge, each cry a flicker that ignited the tempest. Tommy's elevated position, Sal's hard-won admiration, and Statham's understated departure crafted a triumph that resonated far beyond the confines of the cage, captivating audiences with a narrative where integrity prevailed. The warehouse transformed into a crucible, where the promises of fighters would shape an unprecedented dawn, ensnaring every spectator with a legacy that shone more brilliantly than the final glow of neon lights. The underground Fight Club, bathed in neon light beneath the city warehouse, emitted a gentle glow, its cage chains lying still, while the techno beat murmured like a dying heartbeat. Justice surged forth like a comet, captivating all with a legacy born from flames. Jason Statham stood tall, his voice resonating with the gravitas of a cinematic hero, urging one to fight for what is just or risk losing everything. His call sliced through the atmosphere, binding Rex's rigging to a profound truth. It is honesty that nurtures genuine strength, not the allure of greed. A moral fire flickered amidst the neon buzz, setting itself apart from the respect found in any gym or the honor of the streets. Rex, slumped in defeat, stared at the stolen purse, head bowed, muttering, "I went too far." His shame marked a quiet shift from the swagger that had fueled his scams, his reflection a spark that burned away the lies of his empire, gripping viewers with a fall that echoed beyond the cage. The throng, a blend of warriors and wagerers, erupted in a fervent vow, fists aloft, a commitment to unyielding battles for eternity. Combatants pounded against the cage, voices raised in unison, declaring an end to deceit, while the bettors affirmed their resolve, united against dishonesty. Their vows surged like a thunderous wave, setting themselves apart from the jubilant cheers of freedom or the rhythmic chants that had reverberated through the warehouse. A new Fight Club emerged from the remnants of Rex, standing as a beacon of fairness that captivated the hearts of all who listened. Tommy, his eyes alight with determination, stood tall, his aspiration to rescue his sister fueled by Statham's unwavering stance. The crowd's dedication served as a promise to elevate every contender, their solidarity a heartbeat that illuminated the dimming neon, captivating the audience with a victory that etched itself into memory. Justice ignited with the ferocity of a wildfire, while truth surged like a tempest, as Statham's evidence, Tommy's purse, and Rex's deception scorched their thoughts, crafting a legacy that shone more brilliantly than the stars. The warehouse, with its strobe's gentle glow, emerged as a reborn crucible, each shout igniting the tempest within. The storytelling ascended, the warriors vowed with a pulse, Tommy's elevated presence became an emblem, Statham's stance a battle cry resonating within the very essence of the club, captivating the audience with a conclusion that thundered with authenticity. Triumph lies not within the confines of the cage, but in the unwavering stance for truth. If you believe in honesty, hit that like button and share this message, showing the world that fairness battles more fiercely than any punch.